Hi Aries, welcome to your love reading for April 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, I've already shuffled the deck. Let's go ahead and begin. This is for confirmation. But first, let's get you 9 cards from this deck. This is a love reading for the sign of Aries for April 2018. The first card that you have, Aries, is a 10 of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Aries. Justice. Love reading for the sign of Aries. The 8 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Aries. The 3 of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Aries. Temperance. Love reading for the sign of Aries. Queen of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Aries. The Devil. Love reading for the sign of Aries. 6 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Aries. The Princess of Wands. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it one row at a time. Let's look at the first 3 cards. So what you have here is you have the 10 of Pentacles, Justice, and the 8 of Swords. So what you have here is, I feel like something is not going your way. I mean, you have justice here. When justice comes up, there's usually some type of injustice. You're not being treated fairly by somebody. And you do have this energy here from the 8 of Swords. I mean, the 8 of Swords, this card comes up when you feel trapped in a situation and you don't see any way out. And I feel like this has something to do with a marriage, because you've got the 10 of Pentacles as your first card, which does represent marriage or a relationship that is headed towards marriage, a very committed relationship. I feel like something's out of balance in this relationship because of the Justice card. And you feel like, you feel powerless to change this. You feel like there's nothing that you can do to bring your partner around. However, the Justice card does represent an apology. So it could be that right now things are not going very well in your marriage or in your relationship, and it means that things will be set right for you. This is an apology coming to you from your partner, or things kind of finally being balanced out in a situation where you feel completely trapped and you feel like there's nothing that you can do to heal this relationship. So in the next row you have the 3 of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you have an earth sign here. This would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Now the energy around, or someone in that energy as well, the energy around this person, and it can even be you if you have a moon or rising sign in any of those signs, is patience. Patience. You've got Temperance here, which is telling you just kind of let things happen naturally. And it could be that there's a lot of difficulty in your relationship right now, or somebody's not coming around. And again, you feel like there's nothing that you can do to bring this person around. There's nothing you can do to change this. You've got Temperance just telling you also you've got to be very understanding, very forgiving, and just kind of let things happen naturally. I feel like whatever it is that's going on with this earth sign or this person in your life, partner, spouse, a lot has to happen. You have the 3 of Pentacles. Now this card usually comes up when there's a lot of work to do, the 8 of Pentacles, but this means there's a lot of work to do. I mean, somebody has to really roll up their sleeves, and you have to go beyond the call of duty to make this relationship work. So I feel like there's something kind of very troubling going on with Aries, where you've got to be, I'm also getting, you just got to be patient with the situation, because some of this may not all be up to you. This could be something that also your partner has to fix. But I mean, I do see things being set right here with the Justice card. Things finally being balanced out in your relationship, where somehow you're not being treated fairly. This is the card of the underdog. And again, you feel like there's nothing that you can do to fix this, to heal this relationship. But again, it's going to take a lot of effort to make things work. Now there's a bit more information down here in the bottom row. You've got the Devil, you've got the 6 of Swords, and the Princess of Wands. So, I mean, the Devil is a major arcana, and it is telling you that, there's something going on with Aries. There's something going on where there's something not so healthy going on in your relationship or in your marriage. This can be that there's a lot of disagreements, a lot of arguments. This can be There can be a lot of jealousy. I mean, for some of you, there can even be abuse. I don't always get that, but that's something that I'm getting. There's just something challenging your relationship. There's something that's rocking your relationship, but not in a positive way. You do have a message from the Six of Swords that you're moving away from that. The Six of Swords means that you're moving away from all, you know, the difficult times. You're moving away from the difficult people. So there can even be someone that has been troubling your relationship. Maybe it's not your partner. Maybe somebody has been hassling you and your partner, an ex or something like that. The Six of Swords means that you're moving away from this difficult person or this difficult situation, if it is your partner. And you have the Princess of Wands, which does mean, you know, this is good news. For some of you, you can even be waiting to hear from someone from the past. And this does represent communication. It also represents good news. But it also represents excitement. It represents change. So, I mean, you definitely need that with the energies that I see up here. So again, where there's something where you've been treated unfairly and, you know, you've just been toughing it out and you've been feeling trapped in this relationship. Something's changing here with the Princess of Wands. This is things turning around for you. This is, you know, change and excitement. Let's get a few more cards for you to see what the rest of the message is. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for April 2018? You've got the Two of Wands. What other messages are there for Aries for April 2018? You've got the Emperor. Messages for Aries for April. You've got the Queen of Swords. You've got another court card there. This is someone who is an air sign. So that would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. This is an air sign energy or someone in that energy. Now the messages that have come out with this person, I mean, you've got the Two of Wands, which really ties in with the Temperance card, saying no matter what your situation is, like there's waiting is involved. So you might have to wait for someone to come around. You might have to wait for someone to communicate with you. You might have to wait for things to finally fall into place. I do see stability around you. You've got the Emperor, you know, which does represent, you know, stability, especially since you start off with a marriage card, the Ten of Pentacles, which also, you know, it does represent stability and abundance. But it could be, I mean, with the Emperor, this can also just mean taking control of the situation going on with you. Because, I mean, you've got the Eight of Swords means that you feel powerless, but seeing the Emperor in the same reading means that you're not powerless. I mean, again, you've got the Three of Pentacles, which means a lot of things have to happen. There has to be a lot of hard work and effort. Yes, you can't do anything extreme with Temperance, but I mean, this kind of changes things. Seeing the Emperor, it means you've got to take control of a situation where you feel, you know, something is like completely beyond your control. And this could just be that you're being treated unfairly by somebody. There can even be more than one person in the picture. I don't know if this is for you. This is a general reading, so it's hard to tell because you've got two people here. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, you've got an earth sign here, and then you've got an air sign. So for some of you, that is probably where the Justice card comes in. You're being treated unfairly. There could be other people in the picture. I've been having a lot of private readings where people are telling me, you know, there's another person in the picture for my partner or for me. For some of you, it could be that, you know, it's time to make a choice. You got to take control. If there's a situation where there's more than one person, or you're dating more than one person, or you're already married, there's a need to take control. But, you know, I do see some of you, like, you know, you're moving away from somebody that is challenging your relationship. Let's get a few more cards from the confirmation deck. Let's move this way. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for April? Interesting. The Queen of Swords again. So that's a repeating message for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for April? You've got the Page of Wands, also a repeating message. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for April? The Hierophant. Okay, so these three cards. So there's someone in your life who is an air sign. That's a double message for you. This is the same card, two different decks. There's definitely the strong energy of an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This could be your partner, or this could be somebody new coming into your life. Now, you've also got the Page of Wands, also a repeating message, because you've got it here, and then you have it over here. They call it the Princess of Wands, but it's the same card. So for some of you, communication could really be strong this month. Again, for those of you that are hoping to hear from someone, maybe someone you're hoping, where you want a relationship to work out, or maybe you're hoping somebody from the past contacts you. This does represent communication, and the message has been repeated. And again, this does represent good news, but it can also just represent change and excitement, which you would definitely need with some of the energies that I see here. You also have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a major arcana, and it's telling you, that there's a lot of spiritual help for you. This is also, a card of kindred spirits and soulmates. This is, feeling that you belong with someone. Feeling, that someone really understands you. They get you, you get them. And, there is possibly communication around someone that you feel is a kindred spirit or a soulmate to you. Or there is good news, again, with someone that you feel is a soulmate. Or maybe things were not going okay with you. Again, going back to the Justice card. So let me just take a look at this reading to see, what the message is. I just realized I didn't pull. Everything happens for a reason, so I'm going to pull them in a minute. I didn't pull a main energy from each deck, but we'll see how it ties in with everything that we see here. I feel like something's going on with Aries where something's out of balance in your love life. Something's out of balance, and in some way you're being treated unfairly by your partner. And again, you feel like there's nothing you can do to change that here with the Eight of Swords. You feel like your hands are tied behind your back. Strong energy of an earth sign, really strong energy of an air sign, and a message that you just, there's a need to be really patient. Things are working themselves out. It's also just saying let everything kind of happen in the timing that it's supposed to. Yes, there's going to be a lot of work here as far as you and your partner working things out. There's definitely a need to take control, so you're not as powerless as you think. Not with the Emperor being here. But this also is telling you that, there is stability headed your way. So you might feel like there's no stability. You might feel like things are so up in the air with your partner that you don't really know where you stand with them. The Two of Wands is telling you there's a need to wait. So again, this energy ties in with Temperance. Whatever it is that's happening with Aries in your situation, there's a need to wait. Things are working themselves out. And, the Six of Swords is telling you that whatever it is you're struggling with, that's really troubling you because you have the Devil right next to it. You're moving away from those difficult times. You're moving away from everything that's dragging you down or everything that's confusing you. And I feel like whatever it is, it's something major. I mean, you have a major arcana here. The Devil only comes up when there's something unhealthy going on in a relationship, something toxic, which, like I said, it could be cheating, because there are several people in this reading. It could be cheating. It could just be that someone's become really pessimistic, really negative. It could be jealousy. It could be just a lot of nasty fighting. But again, seeing this card, which is, yes, is very troubling, but seeing it next to the Six of Swords, it means that you're getting away from that. That you're finally moving on. The Six of Swords means movement, moving away from everything that's toxic or people who are toxic. For some of you, it could be that, you're moving away from an unhealthy relationship. And if you're moving away from an unhealthy relationship, there are a lot of people in this reading, especially this really strong air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So for those of you where you're watching this reading because you're hoping maybe there's somebody new coming in for you, I see an earth sign here, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but a really strong energy of an air sign. Whatever it is, again, you have the soulmate energy here from the Hierophant. This is, a very kind of spiritual energy where you just feel like you belong with this person. So for some of you, if you're single, there's a strong possibility that you're connecting, with kind of a soulmate, kindred spirit energy, or you're finding the person that you really belong with, or if you're already coupled, I feel like there will be a change in the relationship, where, again, something's going on that's not fair to you, to where things will be more balanced out. You have the Page of Wands 2 times telling you that there's going to be good news. And for some of you, it can literally be good news. You're hoping to communicate with someone. Maybe you're waiting to see if somebody wants to stay married or get back together. The Page of Wands is here 2 times. There's good news. There's good news for Aries, whatever that means to you. there's good news, but there's also some change and some excitement. And I feel like some of you may also just be excited, or you know, that there's movement, that you're getting away from those difficult times where you've been struggling with a partner. I mean, your very first card was the Ten of Pentacles, which does mean that for some of you, yes, your marriage is intact, your marriage is strong, but for those that are in a relationship or you were hoping to move towards marriage, or you were hoping to stay in a committed relationship, that relationship is still there. The first card's always really significant. Okay, so let me get a main energy because I forgot to get one. Let me get one from each deck and we'll take a look at that one. Let's start with this one. What's the most important message that Aries needs to hear for April 2018? Prince of Cups. Interesting. There's movement coming in your love life. The Prince, which is the Knight of Cups, means that, you know, there's, for those who are already coupled, this is positive movement in your love life. All the Knights represent change and movement, and this Knight means there's positive changes coming in your love life. This can even be somebody coming in to sweep you off your feet, someone trying to romance you. This can be a proposal, a marriage proposal, a proposal for a relationship. I just looked at the bottom of the other deck and that same card is there. But let me go ahead and get another one. Just kind of shuffle them around. What's the most important message for the sign of Aries for April 2018? Seven of Swords. So this is a word of caution. So for some of you, I mean, especially because the devil is in this reading, it could be that you have to be careful that you're not sticking your head in the sand and saying, there ain't nothing wrong here. Everything's fine. Because this is telling me that everything is not fine. I mean, yes, I see things working out and I feel like there's, you know, you're moving away from this energy. But it could be that for some of you, you need to first acknowledge that something is not quite right or somebody's not treating you right. Because I feel like for some of you, you feel like there's no way out of this situation. And when you feel that there's no way out of a situation, you might start to lie to yourself. And this card can represent self-deceit. It can represent other types of deceit. So for some of you, it could be, because you do have the devil here, it could be that someone has lied to you. And, you know, they could be that they're trying to make things up to you. Somebody betrayed you in some way. But I also feel like for some of you, there's a need to just kind of be honest that, hey, like everything is not okay in this marriage, or everything is not okay in this relationship. But I do see that you're moving away from that. Okay, Aries, this has been your love reading for April 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.